All right, Reece, how we doing?
All good, bro. All good. Are you?
Yeah, doing very good, man. Doing very good. I
Good stuff.
appreciate you obviously taking the time out of your day to come and, kind of film this testimonial. I know that it's something that when we put out there, you were extremely happy to kind of just give your honest opinion on your time with us, how the journey's been, and so on and so forth. So obviously I appreciate your time.
Pleasure.
So I guess kind of a few questions to start with. Like the first one just being, like, how long have you been with LAGFX?
Be pushing 2 years, maybe just over 2 years now,
Mhm.
from like 2023.
Yeah.
It's flew over. It's gone quick.
Yeah,
Hasn't
it goes quickly, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And like, how did you stumble across us? Like, how did you find us?
So one of my mates who was into trading, he had a conversation with Luke. He had a good interaction with Luke, and Luke gave him a bit of advice. And I just started, and he said to us, he said, if you need a bit of help, I've spoke to Luke, and he's a good source of information. So from there, sort of followed his socials, just having a bit of a look what was happening, what he was doing, and then paid for the VIP. And I've been in the VIP about 2 years now.
2 years, yeah. And what's your experience been like as a VIP client in the VIP chats? What's that been like for you?
Well, it's changed the game for me personally. I think when I first got into trading, like the first year, obviously got into it through the image that's portrayed on social media. So you see Lambo, you see Dubai, you see 10K weeks. And you're like, yeah, I want a slice of that. So it sort of came from that. And then I went in like a few of the different groups that were looking like they were doing big numbers. But obviously you get sucked in by that image of the lifestyle. So it wasn't until like a year of failing with that I realized, I was like, this is no good. I've got to learn properly myself. And then obviously when I found Luke, you can see through his Instagram, the focus is on the quality of the trades and the quality of the education. There's no flexing, there's no lulling you in with big numbers and like that lifestyle, you know what I mean? It's just purely education and good quality stuff. So I thought this is the place I need to be, really. And then from there, really, I've just been following the trades in the VIP, been tuning into Sunday sessions, had a few one-to-ones with Luke to just iron out little things. But yeah, I think game changer for me, because I'd have been going round and round and round in all these different groups, and I'd have ended up getting sick, and I'd have ended up quitting, to be honest.
Yeah, and you never really would have been able to see the true potential that forex holds.
Yeah. I knew it was possible, but it's not. You can't really plan it out properly.
Yeah.
Until you're in the right place, getting the right information.
And I think it's such a shame, because like the industry can genuinely be life-changing, and I'm assuming you're in a position now where you can kind of see like, wow, like with these steps I'm taking, I can genuinely see how it can benefit me and change my life for the better. And it's a shame that so many teams out there, through their greed, will bring you in, not care about you, do whatever they can to make money off you, and then the second they're done, throw you to the waste.
Yeah, literally. So you get into these groups and they say, all right, you need to place a trade this lot. So obviously it qualifies them through the broker to get the commission. But after that, you're sending messages, you get no replies, your response and sort of the care and the guidance is not there. There's no real outline of the strategy. You just left to your own devices, really. Yeah. And when you're first starting out and you don't really know what you're doing, you're like, it's quite overwhelming, because you're like, how on earth do I read a chart or place a trade?
Yeah.
And yeah,
they don't teach you that stuff.
They always have like a generic like lot size. If your account's $1,000, you need to use this lot, and all the way up. It doesn't take into consideration the stop losses, what your TP is. Majority of them have got like 5 TPs with a 60 pip stop. You've got to hit TP3 to be break even, but then it looks like on paper they're hitting all these TPs and making all this money, but it's all smoke and mirrors, isn't it, really?
Yeah, it's really unfortunate, because through their short-sightedness of wanting to make quick money from a client, what they're actually doing is turning so many people away from the industry because they've been messed around and therefore will never come back or have a bad reputation on the industry. Or what they're essentially doing is just making the industry harder for the right people to excel. Because if trading's done the right way, we all know it's not a get rich quick. It's something that you build profits over time, you build information over time, you build your account over time. There's no get rich quick. It's something that, yes, you can get rich in the long run, but it takes that hard work and learning first. And it's so hard for people and companies that do it transparently to shine, because like you said, we don't go out there and we don't post flashy things or make it seem like we're making millions. Like, we're just honest about the journey, what we do, what we make. And because we're crowded by all these people putting fake things out, it makes it really hard to shine. And unfortunately, then people that come into it, like you when you started, you're of course going to be attracted to the flashy, impulsive thing. And what I really hope as a company, and through people like you, Reece, that have gone through and seen how it works, we can start to change the industry from this flashy bullshit to, this is how it works, let's do it properly. And I'm very confident that we are doing that right now. now, and we're going to continue doing it. And, you know, in the next 5 years, we will be the pioneers of the industry that do it right.
Absolutely. I think it just starts with the focus being on the education. Focus being the education, not selling a dream of like overnight success, which is very easy to portray and fall for on Instagram and social media, you know what I mean? So, but I think the quality of the education and the support and stuff like that will shine through, because there'll be so many people that have had a bad experience, and they'll be looking for the right experience and how to learn properly. So that's where LAG will take over, in my opinion.
Yeah. And what would you say are some of the most major challenges you faced in the industry or in Forex or in your own trading? What's a notable challenge or challenges?
The main one probably for me would be psychology. I seem to, like, Luke introduced us to his strategy, and I locked that in. I could understand that quite easily because I had a bit of basic knowledge anyway. But the main thing really was sort of the psychology around entering trades, managing trades. But then obviously we've got systems. Luke's got systems in place to remove the emotion, and it just combats all the psychology side. So that has been game changing. It's literally gone from doing, obviously with a development program, which we can come on to, but I was blowing challenges, blowing cash. I must have spent a fortune on challenges, and I was getting through them, and then the psychology was letting me down. I was just blowing it, and then what are we on, the fifth or sixth week of the development program? Fifth week.
Yeah, that's in. Yeah.
And I've had weekly one-to-ones, we've had weekly group calls, we've had 2 workshops a week. So that in itself, that's like 4 direct lines of communication during a week. And over that 5 weeks, it's just changed the game. Like, I'm 10k funded. I'm probably about a week away from getting the payout. 4% up so far. I've got another funded account that's sitting there ready to go. Yeah, so it's absolutely changed the game. It's like the eureka moment kind of, in it, because I've gone for years, like 1-2 years while I've been learning to lose while working, and then you just, that clicks when you take the right information and involved with the right people. Change the game, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's great for me to see as well. And I know, you know, Luke would agree that, like, I can even see in you like this newfound spark of confidence and self-assurance, and in your demeanor and the way you speak now is like, you know what, I can do this. I've got this. Like, at first when you got into the industry, it was like, damn, is this possible? Like, there's so many doubts. You don't know how it's going to work. But to see you transform from that into somebody that's getting results, is confident, has a plan, is routine, organized, structured, disciplined, and you know within the next 6 to 12 months you're going to be extremely successful. And what would you say has been the biggest cause for that change?
Well, I wouldn't be in this position if I hadn't joined LAG. I've got my friend who sent me that way to get involved with it. Yeah, because I'd have given up, or I'd have been losing even more money, taking the wrong information and following the wrong people. But I think it's just absolutely crucial that you're just taking the right information and in the right place with the right people. So like the community, for example, can go back and forth with the boys, who's looking at what, who's in what trades, the support, like having people who's doing the same thing, you know what I mean? Because I think trading's like, you try to explain trading to your friends and your family who don't have a clue. It's like you're banging your head on a brick wall, innit? People don't understand. You've got to be around people who know what you're talking about. And then obviously if there's something I've struggled with that another lad struggled with, I can help, and vice versa. So that's also very helpful. It's a bit of a fast pass, really. I think especially with like the Sunday sessions and the VIP chat. Like Sunday sessions, you can copy your charts up and learn the strategy through that. VIP, you're getting all your analysis per trade, during, before, and after, and you get the odd trade here and there. So it's like, what more do you want? Yeah, Luke's on fire at the minute, isn't he? He's doing. But it's for this first. Obviously, are we in Q2 now?
Yeah, it's the first month of Q3.
So I don't know. I think it might have been March or April when he hit 22% trades back to back. That's what, 44% in the space of 2 weeks. That is mental. That's crazy. But yeah, it's very beneficial. Like, and everyone who asks me what I'm doing, I just say, this is what you need to do. This is where you need to be. And I've got quite a few friends that are interested and that are going to be getting involved. So good.
Yeah, really good, man. And I know you touched a little bit there on like the community, how much you liked, you know, being able to have people around you that were like-minded, that were also on the same track as you, that you could bounce ideas off. Like, what would you say about the community side of LAGFX? Would you say it's important? What's it like? You just touch on that.
Yeah, well, it is important, isn't it? Because it gives you that support. Because like I say, if you don't have anyone to speak about it who knows what you're talking about, it can be quite like alone and isolated, can't you? But got all the boys going back and forward, sharing the profits, sharing the trades. Like, was it last week or the week before when Elvis passed his challenge? I passed my challenge the next day. Everyone's congratulating me. Oh yeah, Janine passed the challenge.
Yeah, she was number 1 on the score.
Yeah, number 1 on FTMO, rocking like profit on a big account. But it's motivating as well, isn't it? Because you can see people engaging with the content, working with LAG, and that's the sort of results you're getting. So then you're like, well, she's done that, I'm going to go and do that. And then all the boys that have come in, they'll see that what we're doing and be like, yeah, that's where I want to be. It makes it seem a lot more realistic than like the far cry of all the luxury lifestyle that gets portrayed. It seems much more achievable when you're in the right environment with the right people.
Yeah, really true. And what would you say? I know this might be like a hard question, but if you had to pick, what would you say is your favorite thing about LAGFX, or favorite thing about what's happened since joining LAGFX?
Favorite thing I like is the focus on the education. The focus is not on the profits. The focus is on the strategy, the psychology, everything that makes you into a good trader.
Yeah,
that's where the focus is on. So I think that'll just shine through, because everywhere else is focused on the lifestyle and focused on the profits.
Yeah.
When in the long run that'll die out, because the quality of the trades isn't there. They go for quantity over quality, whereas here we go for quality and focus on the education. And then the best thing
like
that's happened out of it.
Like your favorite thing about LAGFX, or the way we operate, or
favorite thing got to probably be the community. I'd say just having boys around that know what the crack is, know what you're going through, they've had similar issues, so you can relate to people. I think you've got to have a group of people around you that you can relate to.
I know earlier you mentioned the FDP, the Forex Development Program, which is obviously something we've launched, as you said, like 2 months ago, if that, 6 weeks, a kind of revolutionary idea that we've had with the business. What's your take on it? What do you think about the FDP, feedback on what you've seen so far?
I would say revolutionary, like in terms of the industry, because you can get these courses on PDFs, you can get like one-to-one mentorship and stuff like that, but we're getting levels where the end goal is not only becoming a consistent profitable trader, but building yourself a business around that. So you're also looking at other income streams, you're also looking at business knowledge, team leadership and management, all of the things that just branch off from being a trader and being profitable. You're growing in more than one way. And I find it really good. I think I like it because I can do as much or as little as I want. So all the information is there, all the resources are there, so I can smash through it. Obviously, I'm just sort of at the end of level 2 now, and it's what I've learned there. I've managed to turn profitable, get funded, be close to payouts. So all the stuff that is in the first 2 levels, and that's only the first 2. We've got another 3 to go.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So it's good, and it's like motivation. Obviously, you're ticking parts of your sections off, you see your progress you're making through the level. That keeps you keen, because then I'm looking at it, I'm like, right, I need to do this and this. Keeps you accountable. Workshops, like very valuable information. One-to-ones, valuable. I don't think there's anywhere you really get a combination of all of that education condensed into the FDP. So yeah, just about to finish level 2, and then I'll be on level 3 where I'll start taking people on, teaching people and growing my own network as well.
Yeah,
I'm excited for.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's great to see it. Well, like you say, because the way the Forex Development Program works is you control how quick it takes. We've given all the resources, videos, resource packs, PDFs, everything that you need, and then it's up to you how quickly you want to go through. Are you somebody that just waits every week for a one-on-one to slowly get through that, or are you somebody like you've showcased that's researching in your spare time, watching our videos in your spare time, trying to get everything boxed off as quick as possible? I guess that's why we structured it in that way, for people like you who are genuinely passionate, motivated, and want to just make it. Yeah, you're really ready to just go grab what's yours. It benefits you because now 6-7 weeks in, you've already completed level 1 and 2, which is, setting good records straight away. And those 7 weeks have turned you from somebody that was failing, from what you've said, funded challenges, and now passing, being 4% up, getting ready to move on to a higher level account and feeling the best you've ever felt. Yeah,
even like through the process of level 1 and 2, like I'm journaling every trade, I'm journaling my routine every trade, I'm sticking to the plan, I'm keeping the psychology at bay, and all of them come together is what makes you profitable. And I think having all that information at your fingertips within the development program is like fast track. Obviously, it isn't an overnight thing, it does take time, but being in the right place, right information, you can get through it quick, and you can build a good understanding faster than you would elsewhere.
Very true.
Like just watching videos on YouTube here and there, you don't really know what topics you're looking for. You're following some trades somewhere, getting 50% analysis. You're just like, but it's like direct. This is what you need to do. This is how you do it. Get on with it.
Yeah, really good. Really good. And I guess the next thing that I would ask, I know one of maybe the common things you brought up when you're talking about your time before LAGFX, when you kind of bounced around a few of these free signal groups and they weren't really giving you what you hoped for. I feel like the right word is they lacked support. Like you weren't supported in your journey. So I guess my question is, what would you have to say about the support you get in LAGFX during your time with us?
Well, I haven't had any support like it. I've been in 5, 6 Some I paid hundreds for, one I paid $1,000 for. And it feels like sort of when you're in these groups and when you're doing this, it feels like they're sort of above you because they're making money and you want to learn off them. It feels like you're not on the same level. Whereas with LAG, you and Luke, it feels like just the boys, you know what I mean? I can message both of you and I know you'll get back to me as soon as possible and or you can jump on a call. It's just very, very helpful. I feel like you don't feel like you're on a pedestal. This is your business. To feel like we're all in it together with the same objective. So I'm pleased with the support, yeah. And I wouldn't be where I am today without it, really.
Good. It's good to hear. It's good to hear. I'm glad that, when Luke and me initially really wanted to push LAGFX out there, it's funny, I remember we had a debate and I was quite new to the industry and obviously he'd had a good few years under his belt by this point. And I was like, Luke, we need to just follow the trends. I was like, we need to just put flashy things out there and impulse people to get in. I was like, that's how we grow. And I remember him kind of humbling me, like, look, he was like, I don't care if it takes 10 times longer to grow. He's like, I will never, ever compromise my integrity. I will never compromise my transparency, honesty, and respect for quick results. He was like, that goes against everything that I stand for, everything the business stands for. And he's like, I don't care if it takes us an extra 10 years. He was like, one day we'll be at a point where we have clients that respect us, trust us, see the vision. And he's like, one day we'll take over. And it's so cool to see, this is 4 years later from us having innovation, that you can see so many people now like yourself who testament to that, like, this is the reason why I love the group. This is the reason why I've got the results I have, because of those core values, because of that mission statement and ethos business has. That's probably been the main contributor to giving you the support you need.
I think the core values of LAG, I think that's going to be the factor that carries it. Like, it's going to see longevity, and that's what's going to make it grow. And it's going to grow organically. It's not going to grow through image or bullshit on social media, is it? It's like, this is legit, and it's going to be around for a very long time. And it's going to grow and get bigger. It's only at the start, isn't it, really? I'm very looking forward to where it's going to be. Imagining like another 2, 3, 4 years, you're looking back and it's like, wow, look how far.
Awesome. Yeah. And no, I know I've mentioned it a couple times, but just to kind of hear it from you, like, what would you have to say about your confidence levels now in comparison to when you first started with LAGFX?
Well, I can do my own analysis, I can enter my own trades, manage my own account. I can do it all myself. At this point, I'm using Luke's analysis and yourself just to back up and build my own confidence. I like try to preempt what he's going to do. So I try like analysis, put Mark zones out or see what he's going to do, and then he'll put a message in the VIP, be like, right, and I'm like, yeah. That's how I help. That helps build my confidence a lot, because then I know I'm looking at the right things, I'm in the right place. But yeah, even like just speaking about trading, like I bore my last to death explaining things to her. It's like, this is this is that. Yeah. Just sort of like that. And obviously that'll come in level 3 as well when you start taking other people through it. But like the ability to speak confidently about a subject, like I wouldn't have been able to do that at the start at all.
Sick, yeah. Okay. Like, tell me a little bit about your current situation. Like, where are you at now in your trading journey? Like, what's your goals? What's your vision? If that kind of makes sense.
Yeah. So at the minute, I'm working with my 10K funded, and I'm going to use that to sort of build my personal portfolio with Mamonex, because I feel like obviously what we've learned with the brokers and the prop firms in the last 2 weeks, you need to have a good personal portfolio, don't you? You need to have your account with your own balance. So that's one of my main goals directly related to forex. It's going to be sort of building things up, scaling funded. Aside from that, but probably within the next 2 weeks I'll have finished level 2, so then I'll be starting on level 3 in the development program. I've got a list of 4 or 5 people already ready to go.
Nice.
So once I'm at level 3, I'll be taking them on. I'll be doing one-to-ones with them. So that sort of developing my ability to teach, which will also help with my confidence in what I'm talking about. Other goals: gym consistency, stay nice and healthy in the body and the mind, eat nice and clean. If we're putting numbers to it, end of the year I'd like to have, I can't remember what I wrote down actually, I think I said 25 IBs between level 1 and level 2 by the end of the year. I think that's more than achievable. I think I'll smash that. I think I might double that between 5 and 10 level 3s, so lads that I've took through level 1 and 2, then starting to use the knowledge to build their own network as well. And I've got my core boys that I'm going to take to do that.
Now, that's awesome, man. It's great to see how in, I guess, 2 years, how much has changed, and more specifically within a 6-7 week period of being part of the Forex development program, how much has changed in that regard. So I guess my next question would be, to anyone out there that might be watching this, that's debating joining the FDP, what would you say to them?
It'd be a no-brainer. You need to be in the right place, really. You can take so much bad information and lack of support in the industry that you just need to be in the right place. And obviously, we've got the Learning Lounge, free content. You've got the webinar coming up on Sunday, free content. Sunday sessions, free content. That'll get you quite far, but just on the stuff that you're releasing for free. But I think once people get a little taste of it and see the quality of the education, and if they're serious about it and the type of people that we want in LAG, then they'll be straight on it.
Good. Awesome. Okay, cool. That's the main questions I had. So is there anything else you'd like to add?
All I'm just going to say is that I'm pleased to be involved. I'm very grateful to be involved and for the support that you both give us. And I'm very excited to see where it goes.
Yeah.
I would imagine it'll be tenfold of what I can even imagine.
You know, it's so rewarding for us to see us having gone through that journey years ago, building a business around it that allows us to help people like you, because it's so rewarding getting to see this newfound confidence and happiness that it's bringing you, and seeing you really, you know, you've always been a disciplined person. You know, the previous endeavors you've had in your life have obviously showcased that, but seeing now how much you've grasped control of your life, like everything is planned, organized, routine, disciplined. It's great to know that we've been able to help to some degree you go out there, live the life you want to live, and achieve the things you want to achieve.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I just set a goal for myself. Where we at? July. I reckon 6 to 8 months I could possibly make this my full-time thing, which is obviously the end goal. I want the freedom, but and I know for a fine fact that it's going to come for you sooner or later.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've got that to look forward to as well. But I think also as well, because I've seen the bad side of the industry and I've been in the bad groups and I've had the lack of support, now to come to LAG, I feel like I can be quite a relatable person, because if someone comes in, they're like, oh well, I've been in here, I've done this, I've experienced this, I'm like, yeah, well, I've been through exactly the same thing and now I'm here, I'm profitable and I'm growing. So yeah.
Good. But look, Reece, I want to say a huge thank you once again for taking the time to join us. A well done as well for everything you've accomplished so far. I know we've said it many times as you've hit these milestones, but like a genuine well done, because you are kind of the epitome of the most ideal individual we could have on the Forex development program. Like somebody that doesn't need to be pushed, somebody that goes out there and gets it, is ambitious about learning, takes control of their own future. And, you know, your results are a testament to the actions that you've put in. And yes, we might have been able to guide you, but ultimately it's yourself who's done that for you. So
yeah, bro, I very much appreciate it.